looks like that's taken care of. And that runner Fuse CV has readied up. Prankard has readied up as well. So WJG looks like it's about to drop the gate in just another moment. So, welcome to another fabulous SMRAT showing. Prank versus Fuse. Seed number 1 versus seed number 17. Speaking of seeds, this is seed number 39199011. There's the gate. The gun has been shot. I barely have enough time to review the seed and the hash, but that's alright. There's a Dragoo, there's a dive bomb and bat, there's an incredibly annoying little snail, and a springing dragon. WJG's already seeing an uh-oh. Uh-oh, what is that? Oh, well, looks like we've got both runners on here, so, Prankard with a 2-second head start, and thought the missile was lagging, aka dropping frames. Alrighty then. So, let's hope we're good. Everybody cross your digits. How is everyone doing? Any predictions? Any thoughts on opening items? Items of any sort? That kind of thing. And Fuse takes the lead with a moonfall down the climb. Fuse doing ledge grabbing strats and almost makes it all the way across the Tor Ruins room. But hits a pit. Way down. Hello Ghost, hello Zero. That's a wonderful prediction, Zero. And entirely accurate. Here's our normal vanilla flavored morph ball. Double suited Billy Mays. That will be the one, won't it? Normal play from Fuse. And Prank as well, straight on down to the construction zone where they find supers. First pack of supers, that'll help, although will not grant them instant access to Billy Mays just yet. Greeted by 2 gamers in the construction zone. 2 gamers that, shouldn't those gamers be wearing construction helmets? Ooh, score! SCORE, speed booster in the ceiling. We know Prank definitely wants that. He's struggling a little with the D-boost from the Rio there, but gets it on the 3rd try. An attempt you don't normally see a lot of runners nab that. Second pack of supers, so Billy May's not open yet. Oh, that prediction from Ray of Light, still valid, although we can't find out at the moment. I see a little frame dropping on my end on Fuse's side, but not enough to really interfere with my calming. So yes, my apologies if last time I changed my name I made it a little lengthy, but I suppose it also could have been shrunken on there if necessary. But yes, along with me on Stream Team here today, WJG999 is restreaming, and Ghost Wizard is tracking for us. So, how about a nice hand for each of them? And both runners climbing the climb with, well, Prank climbing with semi-intended strats and semi-wall jumps, and Fuse going the intended route, just hopping the ledges. No PBs ever. Oh, that'll make it a little hard to verify your double-suited Billy Mays prediction, Ray of Light. Oh, it's, well, I'd say that's up to you as the power bombs, as the restreamer, WJG, if it makes things easier for you. I mean, you can certainly change it to, what's... Okay, looked like Prank was waiting for a minute there for the Terizo to awaken, expecting you to have to fight it regardless. But nope, no bombs yet. No regular bombs. There's an Alcatraz escape for Fuse and a normal intended escape for Prank. Which way is he going here? He has, oh, he's taking advantage of that speed booster and heading right up to the volcano, and then realizing that might not be such a hot idea as he has no energy tanks yet. But speaking of energy, there's our first synergy tank at Cavity Dental 230. Good point, Ray of Light. And, yep, the only other way up to... Okay, Prank wanted to grab a save first. Realize this is a dangerous area up here. Need a power bomb to get in here, which automatically means this area is a little bit advanced, shall we say. And, oh, yep, there's a death. So luckily he saved, and only loses about 15 seconds. There's our first reverse tank at Terminator, courtesy of Fuse, finding both varieties of tanks. Oh, is that the little story behind that? I was wondering why the thing said don't follow cheese the last time. But Fuse is gonna change his path a little. Whoa, hello! Finds double goodies behind the gauntlet there. Finds a smoky beam and a tickle beam. Toasty beam. What's in the front of the gauntlet, must we wonder? Okay, so Fuse is backtracking. Returns to the landing site, wants at least one of those items. If it were me, I'd want both of them. He is not validated just yet. He only he just found it. But yeah, actually, it depends. If Fuse is able to speed boost through the first room. Oh, you were just listening. And blow away all the blocks in the first room of the gauntlet, then he'll have power bombs enough for the second room. So he's headed up to the volcano to for the first step of just that, it appears. Wiping out Alcoons, as we found in the hash, with supers there, and finds a first pack of regular missiles. Seems undecided as to whether he wants those or not for the moment. Prank, meanwhile, is straight on down the tumbler and is into the Mushroom Kingdom. His next logical stop is Green Bryn. Oh, yeah. Apologies, Red, if you're still a little low on shut-eye at the moment. Everyone needs their beauty sleep for a beautiful mind as well as a beautiful physicality. Supers in the floor of early supers, followed by regular bombs, indeed, at Bryn Reverse. So, if Prank really wants to go fight BT, he could pick those up and head straight on back there. Little too early with that power bomb to reach all the way across, but he shoots and it's Spazer. So there's a little extra power in his beam that'll double it, double the shots from 20 to 40 damage. Yes, 2 matches from Ben and Sloters coming up after this, comms of which are already spoken for. I've gotten to calm a Sloters race only once that I can recall. Most of the time it's already spoken for, but it's alright. Okay, so Fuse looks like realizing what he's going to have to do here. He's going to return to the ship, open the door, come back to the ship, refill, and then hop up on the big mass and spark across there. He's going to have to use his reverse tank as well to get all the way over there. More supers at Edakun E. Doesn't look like looks like the second match between them is going to be tomorrow at 5 EST. Regular missiles at whoops, looks like Fuse. I just went to the schedule for a second. Looks like Fuse got the short charge, but he. Oh, that's unfortunate. He sparked all the way up and then forgot. Oh yeah, can't do that. Prank, might be in a little bit of a spot here. He's got to watch his health. He's in the trapdoor, but looks like he's alright now. He's got 49 health, and he's on out of here. If he had full missiles, he'd... no, he would not. He would not be able to Crystal Flash. He only has 2 packs of power bombs. My mistake. And Fuse, it looks like he's still getting that, Still getting that short charge, but okay. Looks like he's going to give up on the gauntlet play for right now. So, Prank taking an unknown, unexpected advantage here. Already down in Green Bryn as Fuse is approaching that direction. Just more regular missiles at Edakun's peeps. As I told Jay when he asked me about calming this one, I said I might be at a bit of a disadvantage myself because I'm not actually familiar with either of these runners, but as he reminded me, familiarity with the runners doesn't really matter that much. So familiarity with the game is what counts, and I have that in spades. So Prank straight on down Big Pink. He's going to pop open the Wavegate door. He's going to farm a bit. Zeb and 1 Rio there. He's going to find a second Synergy tank at Charge Missiles, bringing our count to what should be 2 and 1. He also found a second pack of power bombs along the way. Might have been at early supers. I must have forgotten where those were. And vanilla flavored Spospo supers. Spospo always obliviously just sitting back there in the backyard with the coffee and the paper. Okay, so the power bombs were at early supers. That's good. And that pesky Samus always sneaking back there to steal whatever item he's got handy. Hey, Chex, welcome. Happy to see that you're happy to hear me. And Prank is going for the high jump list Wavegate setup. Looks like he was a little too far away from the wall on that first one. That looked a little better, but nope, not quite. This is a tricky setup to get. He has one more try. Oh, that looked pretty good. And did he get it? He did! Got it on the last super, that is. Absolutely. Oh, but all that just for regular missiles. Oy. How disappointing. So, Fuse retracing Prank's steps through the Edakun's area and the trapdoor. And Prank on down to find a third synergy tank at charge. That's a pattern in SMRAT seeds I've noticed. When you find an E tank at charge missiles, it's pretty likely there will also be an E at charge beam. And he has power bombs and he has speed, but it looks like he is following the logic and not going down to waterway yet. Waterway, as we all know, cannot have gravity suit, but it could have a number of other valuable yet to be collected things. Then again, it could just have missiles or a reverse tank. His next stop instead is going to be mid Big Pink. He's got the item up here, which turns out to be supers, and he's also got Mission Impossible. Pardon the slight deviation. I finished Super Metroid Impossible, thank you very much, with some Game Genie codes and tweaking of the couple of rooms where you normally could not get items, so I finished it with Hundo, with the help of Smile and Game Genie. Just missiles at Mission Impossible. Oh, thank you, Fade. Fuse pauses to manually pop his reserves. Probably figures is going to need them in here, and Prank now is going to check out the waterway. Yes, well, I'm not you, Sloters. I'm sorry, I'm not you, I'm not Zosty, or I'm not Shiny, I'm not any of those other gods that's able to... And I'm certainly not Oats and Goats, who's able to just go to a GDQ event and powerhouse through the entire hack. But it was fun, I'll say that, and it was, even with infinite health and invincibility, it's by no means free. There are a number of very tricky things you still gotta do throughout. You're not Ashter. Oh, please don't even... Just missiles. Ugh, what a worthless waterway. What's down back, commentator? The commentator has a name, first of all. Down back, as far as I know, is a form of the Zepatite skip. If you look under the microphone, there is a name there. It's Smokey. Smokey the Bear Lady. They're making fun of Wolfie. That's not nice. I like Wolfie. He was one of my earlier friends in this community in 2018 and 19. Prank finding supers at the Green Hill Zone. I'm not sure if that's a backhanded slap at me, Eden, or just a general comment. You mean you wish Wolf was on the mic instead? But, oh well. It'd be nice if he was here too, and chat with us. And we are going to see a reverse Beamstream Dream Team route from Prank there, taking on three giant hoppers in Blue Brim. Ooh, that last one triggered his revert and killed him. Alright, so that sets him back about 10-15 minutes, unfortunately, but he starts again. Does not lose his spirit, thankfully. Might have lost a little bit of it, but he's continuing on. He's persevering. So we gotta give him a hand for that. And he plows right into the Terminator reverse tank. But yes, there go his couple items that he picked up en route here. Spazer and the bombs. As Fuse is... Looks like Fuse might be thinking of that Blueprint play as well. He's backing up to go for the jump. Does not get it, but it is certainly possible to wall jump off of that pipe and get up there. Even if you don't have high jump or ice or one of those things. He also has the option of IBJing up there. In case you might have forgotten about that. That's the one and only technique that you need to know how to be able to do. Participate in SMRAT races. Won't necessarily be forced to do it, but might be. So Fuse heading up the red tower. Looks like he's gonna try and wipe out the Rippers with a power bomb. Yep, mission accomplished there. As Prank recollects his Spazer and bombs, both found in the same joint. Well, it is worth noting too that Fuse, I believe it was Fuse, spent a little chunk of time trying to get through the gauntlet, trying to get that short charge on top of the landing site mass. And then Prank was in the lead, so Fuse has now taken the lead, but not as huge of a lead as he could have. And Prank is returning. Elevator en route to Cray Cray. As Fuse has entered Alpha Power Bombs, deftly avoids all 4 Boyons with morphing jumps. Finds just missiles at the Alpha PBs. Finds just missiles at the Alpha PB missiles. Also disappointment. But Prank really will want to watch his health again here. He's and will probably want to collect these health drops. Not that he's in a particularly dangerous area this time. And yes, he can speed boost right up and through the Terminator. He is playing it a little fast and loose, but I expect if he gets down to Blue Bryn and mess around with those hoppers again, he'll take it a little safer. But in the meantime, he's returning to Cavity Dental. He's going to get that E-Tank over here, so that'll help him out. Ooh, speaking of health, Fuse just lost 80 of it with the giant hopper and beta peeps. And he's... ouch. He's one hit from death. He's, okay, he's won anything from death. He took a couple thorn hits off that Samus Eater. He finds supers. He's going to have to be incredibly careful coming out of here. Just about anything will put him to death. And he knows it. Oh, one more thorn. Dang it. And if memory serves, Fuse did not save. He's hesitating a bit. Okay, he did save coming back to the ship there. That's right, of course he saved. He was going for the... mistake. Profuse apologies. Prankard is using power bombs to wipe out the Boyons. In climb-adjacent climb supers, he's going to check out what this item is over here. He's going to go for it. He's going to go for collecting it. This is going to cost him some serious health. He doesn't have a great way to get across those spikes, so we'll see how he handles It's just vanilla-flavored supers. And Fuse is charting some uncharted territory thus far. He's in the drawbridge, making his way to the moat. And check out what that item is. It's just supers. He's not interested. And oh, Prank almost made it. He deboosted across the spikes, but ultimately just couldn't get there. Yeah, this race is a bit of a bloodbath thus far, unfortunately. So Fuse looks like trying to decide which route he wants just at the moment. He's going to have to be careful as well. He's got some sizers here. Okay, which he managed to successfully avoid. Those sizers are 120 health without suits. Blaming me as always. That's a bit of a running gag between GMX and, well, either between him and myself or between GMX and everybody. Oh, Fuse is returning through the Hellway, but gets knobbed a couple of times by the Vile Plume Samus Eaters. Vile indeed. Oh, gets knobbed yet one more time. He's gonna have to watch it here. He takes a hit from the Zebo. That's 20 more damage. Okay, it's at 0-3, then 23, 43, 63, 83. One. Oh! Makes another knob. It looks like he's gonna decide to have the right idea and just try to get out of here intact. Go, Sloters. Go, Sloter Rangers. Alright. Fuse is checking out another area we've yet to see. He's heading down the red tower. He's going to stop in the Sloters refill. Pick up a bit of health. Sign the guest book. And more power bombs yet once more for Prankard. It'd be nice if they had found a third pack of power bombs somewhere along the way. At least one of them might have had the option of flashing before they died. Alright, so Fuse is going to check out Spazer for us. He's going to find X-ray scope. Very interesting. Get his Punk validation. X-ray. There are those who love X-ray, those who whichever camp you're in. It's nice to have in randos, at least early on. If you haven't been to certain bosses yet, take your chances of finding charge and plasma. Ouch, Fuse takes a buttload of damage on the thorns in the false top room here. Next to that yapping maw. But gets on through. Proceeds to Kraid's lair. As Prank returns to the landing site. Those plants do love Samus. It's one of their, she's one of their favorite foods, clearly. Alright, Prank is up to the volcano once more. He's going to be disappointed by what he sees over here. But he's going to take it. There's a third set of power bombs. Only second for Fuse. He hasn't gone back to get those other ones just yet, but that brings him to 10. He's sitting at 26 plus health. Well, we have power bombs now. If if we go back to Ray of Light's prediction, we could check Billy Mays at any point through all of this, and the room before Billy Mays is a little dangerous too, but they only have speed, not high jump yet, so shouldn't pose that much of a threat. Alright, so Fuse will be taking on the Carrot. Boss number 1 in IBO. Boss number 4 in RBO. Going for the quick kill, not quite. And so he's taking Kraid to a prompt. As Prank is indeed making way through the gauntlet, he's losing a good bit of health to that acid. Alright, well, so if nothing else, he's going to see what the front door item is. And it's supers. Okay, so he's going to brave it, he's going to try and get through the rest, which is not as much of a bear with power bombs. And Fuse successfully takes down Boss 1. He gets health bombed in the process. Oh, Prank, be careful. Do be careful. And in the tradition of Super Metroid Impossible, he gets an E-tag for his reward. So I'm sure he's pretty happy to see that. He might have been happy to see something else as well, as Kraid health bombed him. But Prank makes it. Prank makes it through. Very well done. And cuts off his alarm by taking another 20 health from the Zebo. Positions himself just right to get his smoky and toasty beams. Ta-da! Now you can do it, Red. And now I can do this. Boom. Swap taking care of the validation for us. Alright, so Fuse has returned from Kraid's room to the E-Tech room, finds there's a third pack of power bombs for him at the moment. That's very cute. Oh, thanks for reminding me. Let's, in case anyone's hungry, let's pull up the menu here. There you go. Dine away. So that brings Prank back into the parlor. As Fuse is into the can room, picks up just a pack of missiles there. Nothing ZB shattering. Thanks to those dropped frames, I did not see what the other item was. But what are we gonna have down here at High Jump itself? We is gonna has cheeseburger. Ice Beam. Okay, that was quite a few more dropped frames, but I did see that one before it disappeared. And even if I had not, I'd be able to tell by his shots that he now has Ice Beam. He's heading back up the north tunnel way. So, oh! Now he just wanted to kill the gamer. Or, not the gamer, the Nova. I'm sorry. Screw Attack. The other offering at the High Jump region. There is indeed his logical gauntlet access with the help of either Speed Booster or regular bombs and Screw Attack. Gauntlet is now accessible, and should he so desire, he'd be able to go get his Smoky and Toasty. Okay. He ducked into the Great Wall Penetrator room there, but did not run through it as he had his speed booster turned off. So he took a little damage from a BTOM. There we go. And Prank is returning to Blue Bryn. We are going to see that Billy Mays check. He's heading straight east down here over to the Christmas tree. Just missiles. At Bubble Mountain, so much for Varia being the cosmic brain play of this seed. So Fused resets. Starts over in Busyness Center. Whoa. Okay, that's a gravity suit at Billy Mays. And a celebration by Prank. Oh, and a reverse tank. Oh, Ray of Light, you were half correct. You were half dead on with that prediction. Unfortunately, the other half was kind of a bust, but who cares? That's a gravity suit for Prank. And a tank count of, now I think it's 3 and 2. We've checked everywhere in Norfair that Varia suit could be. With Fuse, he just looks like he just reset again. Oh yeah, he got himself stuck in the ice room here, in the ice entrance room. He has speed booster, so he shouldn't have to. Maybe he still has it turned off. Didn't feel like menuing to turn it back on. At any rate, these giant hoppers are going to pose much less of a threat to Prank now. 20 damage instead of 80. He has to wipe all 3 of them out to get out of here. There you go. Yeah, still has it turned off. Sitting at 44 health, he's got a... Oh, he's dead, unfortunately. Yeah, I thought he was closer to the door than that. At least closer to being able to check out that item. Well, the good news is he's got that handy save at the business center. I keep saying he, and it's supposed to be they in that case, isn't it? That's going to be a little difficult to get used to. Okay, they are exiting Norfair. Piecing out of here and heading for Pastures New. Of course, we know where he needs to go for some big progression. He does not yet at the moment. So, let's hope it clicks for him. He heads straight there. We are aware that Prankard here is going to find X-Ray right here and pick it up at Spazzer. Almost a high 5. Prankard unknowingly unaware that Fuse was traversing right beneath him at the moment. Suitless. Alright, so there's Fuse, or should I say there are Fuse. Returning up the red tower. No easy way across X-Ray, so we won't be going there. True. Good call, Elf. Prankard would have a reliable way across X-Ray, but did not take it just yet. Maybe he wants to defeat Kraid first. Turns off his own speed booster in order to make this jump from the ledge. Gets it. And Fuse is going to use the same technique. Blow away, this time 3 of the rippers with Peeb. As Prank is going to spy 3 items that we've already seen, courtesy of Fuse. The first one, power bombs, locked behind power bombs, he is not interested in. He's gonna have to get back there and kill that other pirate to proceed. There you go. And looks like he's gonna open both doors. A ceiling deboost, textbook. Hey, Rude, welcome. Fuse, back up the elevator to the drawbridge. And just up and around those sizers, no problem. And the key hunters as well. Prank with a quick kill on Kraid. Nicely done. No problem for you today. There's his 30 tank. So, a bit of a rough start for the runners today. Several deaths taken, a few resets, but Prank now looking like he's in much better shape, of course. He's set to go through Meridia, check out a few things, and he has logical access to Botswoon and Dragon. Looked like Fuse was going for diagonal spark there, got horizontal. There you go. He's armed with 15 power bombs, which will definitely get him through here, as well as, why did I even say that, as well as screw attack. He doesn't even need power, well, he'll need one bomb or power bomb. As Prank returns to the Wrecking Ballroom, and straight on down to Biz Center. Oh, that waiver costs Fuse some serious health. Knocked him into the acid. He's down to 37 plus. Alright, so we know what Prank is going to find in here. Among other things, a screw attack. Kills the Nova early on. There are those supers for Fuse. Looks like he might have a crystal flash on his mind. There he's pausing and manually popping his reverse. Which puts him at 137. Just in case he gets in trouble, he has the option. There's a screw picked up. Was he pausing or stream stutter? In Fuse's case, it really could have been either, Fate. I'm sorry to be unhelpful in that circumstance, but yeah, he is dropping some frames. I mean, that's pretty clear. He was the one having the connection issue before the race started, but well, as I stated before, it's not enough that I can't follow what he's doing. And indeed, there we go. X2. Alright, so Prank dropped on down and check out the available slots in Norfair that his other suit could have been. Did not find, well, found Screw, but next logical stop is going to be Marie. Or it could also be X-Ray. Alright, he's going to blow open the tube. No high jump or space jump yet, so ledge by ledge. Fuse checks out Old Mother Brain, which I'm not actually sure if Prank checked. If he checked this, I might have missed it. And enough frames being dropped there that I don't know. Okay, he got an E-Tank. I can see that. He had 2 E-Tanks before he checked it, and just got another one. Okay, so maybe Prank did check that. Should have been marking the E-Tanks down. Alright, so that takes Prankard into Main Street and then the fish tank. He's gonna go pay a visit on Mama Turtle and her babies. And what's Mama gonna... he wants the Shine Spark entrance. Can't say I blame him, I prefer that myself. And Fuse finally reaching Billy Mays and claiming his grab suit. A little too far away to get that E-Tank item, but it's just missiles, no big deal. He has the wall item to check over here. He's going to use a power bomb to do so. And he's going to find his Varia suit! Cosmic Brain plays abound. That is a fully suited up Prankard right there. Oh, takes a hit from Mama Turtle, but with both suits, that's only 50 damage, as opposed to the 200 it could have been. Alright, so that opens things up a bit for Prankard. Where is he gonna go now? He's gonna return, he's gonna head straight down. Space has to be in the ship at this point then, right? It might be I'm not the sharpest with the SMRAT logic, still to this day, proving that they really do let just anyone comp these things, but I mean, I'm inclined to think that Space could still be at one of the leftover spots in Marie, Crab Supers, or the beach, or watering hole. Alright, Fuse with a dream route. And a re-entry into Big Pink. He's gonna find 2 more E-Tanks here. He's gonna take them, a call I agree with. Prank, meanwhile, has been farming on the gamuts in the split pit down here. Oh, you're right. Space logical access for Billy. Well, like I said, I'm still a little fuzzy on it to this day. So, Space cannot be in Marie, and can't be in any of the Norfair spots we saw or didn't see. High jump would work, but I think according to the rules, according to the set SMRAT logic in place, it's Space that you need to get up there. This is why I could never do one of these and fully obey the logic at the same time. Ooh, Prank is going for a high jumpless double perfect wall jump to get up to Norfair Reverse. And Fuse almost giving me a heart attack in death pose there, flashing white, but only dropping a few frames. Me grabbing another swig there. Beverage of choice today is Mountain Dew. Nothing super fancy. True, we haven't seen X-Ray yet. And Prank is relying on the Ice Beam now, trying to freeze the waiver and Unfortunately, he wants to be running the entire length of the way across the waiver. That brings Fuse down into the Green Hill Zone. And into the dashboard. Prank still going for that waiver ice strat, trying to get to one of the spots up there. Oh, he made it to the wall. He made the wall jump. Nicely done. Toastar grapple was behind the gauntlet at right side gauntlet missiles. And Fuse are going to check out X-Ray over here. It's like trying to tickle the fire fleas at first, but they are not ticklish, so just have to do away with them the old-fashioned ways. Supers at the speed missiles, followed by... What are we gonna have over here? More supers! What are we gonna have at X-Ray then? The usual X-Ray crap, or some kind of surprise? Space! Whoa! Elf with the call, eventually. Who at first thought it was somewhere in wrecked ship, but also supposed it could be here. Bada boom, there it is. Very sweet space jump. And Fuse either immediately forgetting he has it, or showing off his love of the grapple beam. Okay. I presume then he did just totally forget he had it. Taking a lot of damage from those spikes, too. As he does not yet have his Varia suit, the spikes will still deal him 60 damage a pop. Space, which would be pretty helpful to Prank right now, but Prank is heading on to making his grand descent. He's heading on down to LN. He's going to do a gravity jump to reach the elevator. Oh, takes a Namahe Flame to the face. That's 50 damage, but no big deal. He's braving it with a total of 3 E-Techs. And does the Namahe face wall jump and makes it up. Nicely done. High jumpless gravity jump, not the easiest trick to get, but not the hardest either. Certainly not the hardest in that room. And grabs the elevator save. Fuse, realizing where he needs to go next, breaks the Marie tube. As Prankard heads down the elevator. I said he again. Realizing where they need to go next. Suitless Meridia is not in logic in SMRAT. Not any of it. Not just to Mama Turtle or not just to Main Street. Not at all. So Prankard not bothering with GT. Not interested in that kind of nonsense. Sets off a power bomb up here and is most likely gonna... Yeah, he's gonna go for the double perfect. Whoops, looked like he was going to go for it. But he's gonna rely on his IPJ. That's gonna buy Fuse a little time. Fuse is about to find the item he really needs right about now, and still forgetting he has space jump, or... Okay, remembering he has space jump. Good call. Prank makes it up worst room in the game. Add a baby Fuse, collecting Varia suit, all suited up. And Prank not showing us community loyalty by this point, but, well, sadly, where that item is placed, we seldom get to see that kind of community spirit in these races. Space Jump was hiding at X-Ray. Oh yes, so Fuse taking a ride on a Shine Spark up Mount Everest and straight on down to the Aqueduct. Another pack of power bombs for Prank that he does not want. Well, Prank has ammo to take care of Ridley. But not Mother Brain just yet. Another E-Tank for Fuse at the Aqueduct, taking them to 6 E-Tanks total. And grabbing the Aqueduct save. Looks like some sandpit checks could be in Fuse's future. Brings Prankard down through Santo Pogo into the Wasteland. No big deal with Screw Attack. Whoops, still takes 1 hit from those Death Gigas. Or Mega Gigas. Supers at the Power Bombs of Shame, which he'll gladly take. Help him out with the Ridley fight. Fuse this time either forgetting he has speed or being allergic to it, as one chat member said, using the ice strat instead. Nice clip. Perhaps breaking logic intentionally. Perhaps just not a fan of the SMRAT logic and showing it who's boss. Who knows? Into Lake Erie with a fight with a sea snake. As Prankard is through the Flower House room, where he does have the option of just running through the acid, but I certainly understand if he didn't want to spend the health. Whoops, missed that super, and Kojacked a couple on the Ghidorah's little eye flames there. So he's going to pop back over to this farming station. And Fuse finding out that Batuun's dead body can still hurt you as it's falling to the ground. Just supers at Batuun's E-Tank. Stopping at his own farm station with the Zoas here. With Grapple Beam. Alright, so a typical 30 super hit Ridley fight for Prank. Let's see how he fares. Takes a swat from the tail. Retaliates. Answers back with a few more supers. Ridley counters with fireballs. Ooh, and a headbutt to Samus's butt. Pogos with Prankard in the right, in the safe spot for the moment. And that'll do it. Fight over. Nicely done, Prankard. Well, he didn't have no ammo left. He had, I mean, a couple missiles wouldn't have done him that much good, but he also had 15 power bombs. Could have relied on those. Supers right outside Ridley's room there. So if he wanted to Crystal Flash, he'd need a couple more supers, couple super drops, but it's not like you couldn't just get those in the pre-Ridley Royal Farms. Power bombs over there at Precious. Fuse not interested in those. And we're going to have another boss fight. We're going to have a Dr. Dre meetup. As we are 60 seconds, slightly less than 60 from hitting the hour mark. Oh, Fuse getting grabbed. Waiting to be carried on up to where he can do the grapple kill. There we are. And Dr. Dre down. And what's Dragon got for us? She has got missiles. Grapple was at the back of Gauntlet, on the right side. Bugs, that's according to the schedule, yes. A match between Benergetic and Sloters, but I'm not the person to ask where that should be taking place, like on what channel. Oh, right after this one? Okay. Just vanilla flavored missiles at Alkun's Hatarubi, but Prank decides he wants them. And let's see if he checks and or likes the item at Franker Musketeers. Checks, yes. Likes, no. Not necessary, just more missiles. But, Prankard is sitting at 2045 right now, and we've still not seen hide nor hair of charge. Fuse, fewer than yet that, 1530, 15. But he's going to have a look at the sand pits now, either of which charge could be, or plasma could be. We've still got Shack Tool and plasma itself. So a west side sandpit check first. We got here supers and what was that other item? Missiles. Uneventful, but Fuse still wants at least one of those. E-Tank for Prankard here, that's right, this is another location we didn't see yet, the Norfair reverse location, but he's ducking out after the first pickup. It's like he just wanted that E-Tank that was in there. Which way is our Fuse going now? Probably heading on down for their grand descent. As Prankard is returning up from the grand ascent. And a high five. the Wrecking Ball room. Both runners fully suited up, neither of them having any need to ask, hey, where'd you find the gravity and or suit? Although Prankard's Samus probably a little inquisitive as to where Fuse's Samus located that space jump. E-Tank and Croc escape. Remember your ABCs, always bet on Croc. Or, depending on which TV network you're a fan of, ABC or NBA, never bet on Croc. Follow your own faith. Both runners already checked the Bubble Mountain item, which was very disappointing. Prank puts the frozen Skulltira to use to get up to Mount Everest. And Fuse is going to check North Reverse over here. He's going to find this E-Tank, see if he wanders further along. Check out the other two items. Charge could be over here. These two Aqueduct items already having been checked by Fuse. Supers and AND ellipsis. High jump boots, nice. It's no charge, but not a bad find. Prankard is going to duck into the Kaleidoscope room here to do some farming. Sitting in the quicksand, just taking a little bath. Fully dressed, but hey, to each their own. We saw the two speed items. I don't think we saw the two wave items yet. At any rate, runners cutting down the number of locations charge could still be at. So Fuse, of course, having a much easier time getting into LN than did Prank. Finally, remembering that space jump and putting it to use. Fuse armed with all three sets of boots. Prank taking on the Sea Snack in Lake Erie. Hello, lady. Game 2 between these two runners is going to be happening tomorrow, according to the schedule. Heyo. Tomorrow at 5 EST. And looked like Fuse at first was going for GT/Screw, but might instead have just wanted the short charge to get through the pillar room nice and easy. Even though they have the crazy space plus Screw. drastic traversal of Worst Room, which, armed with Fuse's items, the crazy combo and such, becomes just a slightly annoying room. Prank not armed with Space Jump, making the Coliseum a bit of a pain in the rear. Not armed with High Jump either. Ditto. Oh, bummer on Lady. But trading places from a short while ago. Prank now in the Sizzler, Fuse now in the Wasteland. Let's see how Prank handles the Dragon fight. Either runner, if they have the capabilities, could also launch into the Shine Spark kill on Dragon. It looks like both will be relying on quick grapple strats. Although Prank is taking a beating from Dragon so far with that tail. Oh, just missed the regular horizontal shot, but gets the diagonal. Yep, diagonal through around the wall actually works in that instance. And yeah, all that for missiles. Prank gets out with a Shine Spark. As trading bosses once more. Fuse enters the museum. Ridley's Believe It or Not. So, armed with a little more ammo than Prank had at this point in the run. But thanks to Prank taking a chance and heading down here early and pulling it off, it's looking like it's Prank's race to lose at the moment, although anything could still happen. Prank is simply much closer to his final destination, the wrecked ship, and then Torian. Hard to believe we're at 1 hour 12 minutes so far, and neither runner has touched the wrecked ship yet. And that is a dead Ridley on both sides, with 0 supers anywhere to be found. With the fight complete. Both getting a few super drops. And still no sign of Chard. Prank, while he was there, could have hopped up and checked the beach and the watering hole, but refrained from doing so. Charge could still be anywhere in the wrecked ship. Without high jump or space jump, Prank's going to have to rely on his IBJ to get him out through the Marie escape hatch, and does so. Leaves the red Skultira alone. You might have to turn off speed booster to make this jump. Or just do it without holding dash. Yes, opts to turn off speed booster. Makes the jump. Okay, Prank is going to have a look at, whoa. Pops that block out with a super, knocking the 0 all the way down to the floor. Prank is going to have a look at a couple items that Fuse already checked here. He's going to be very disappointed with the 2 items down here, but he's going to take one. Okay, he's going to take both. And while he still doesn't have charge, I suppose that makes sense. He no doubt wants supers a little more, but oh, gets numbed. Luckily he had a tool that Fuse did not have at this point, Ice Beam, so it just goes ahead and freezes those other 2 Boyons. Freezes the 0. Made her power bomb check as well. If memory serves, this was supers. And if memory also serves, Fuse died in here, unfortunately. Luckily at this point, neither runner is in danger of dying. Yeah, it's good policy. Fuse taking their time on up through the Fire Flea Indiana Jones room. Taking a look at the jail item, which is supers. I think Prank probably checked that too, but didn't deem it worthy of going through the entire maze. Let's see how Fuse feels. Or feel. Missiles at Alcoon's Hadarubi, both runners, having picked that up now. Supers at the mode, of course, we saw that before. And what is Prank gonna find down here under the ocean? Peas. Not interested, he says. I already have 15 of them. I have ice. No further use for peas. And Fuse make a collection that Prank did not make, the Franker Musketeer missiles. Prank with intended strats grappling across the ocean. Quick drop through those crumple blocks in single chamber on Fuse's side. And is he going to check the wave items? He is. They are. They are going to check the wave items. This is good. Like I said, I don't think we saw what these were before. Supers, those will help. Putting them at 2555. And just vanilla missiles at the wrecked ship dead missiles. Just missiles at wave as well. After deliberating for just a second, Fuse decide to take them too. 3055. Prank sitting at what is probably go mode for him. depending on how well he can manage his ammo. Now, it's been my understanding that unless it's 50-50, in which case you need a little more, if your missile count and your super count add up to at least 100, you should be good. And yeah, 45-55, you would need a little more too. That'll put Fuse at 3060. The acquisition of those speed supers, and what was that speed itself? Was it more supers? It was 3065. Yeah, just one missile pack behind Prank now. Prank taking on the final boss of G4. Getting trolled a little by Fanny here. And Rage's fan tuned, but not a big deal. All it's going to cost him is about 15 seconds. Fanny is a bud. Professional assessment there. And, oh, there's another. No, that is not quite. I thought for half a second there Prank and Rage fan tune again, but nope. Just finishes off the fight with a very Cheeto orange looking fan tune. As we don't want that. So, Fuse popping on up from Norfair with just about all the ammo he could use. Not all the ammo, but he's going to take the route through Marie to get on up to the surface. So let's see what, if anything else, Prank checks. He's going to check West Side Supers. Oh, and finds Supers! Vanilla flavored and helpful, 3570. That'll certainly put him in go mode. And he is going to piece right out of here. So Fuse still have Fan Tune to take care of. Prank stopping with a charge there. So, yep, reverse Ocean Fly, which is about 150 times easier than the forwards Ocean Fly. And stopping for an obligatory refill. And a save to boot. Fuse, fortunately, neither forgetting about the final boss. No one guilty of Fan Tune skips here. Certainly be interested to see where Charge was, as well as Plasma, and Spring Ball we didn't find as well. Who knows, they might all be in the wrecked ship. Nice mockball coming out of the dead wrecked ship missile compartment there. As Prank enters headquarters. Another super fired into that Ghidorah eye flame. Prank gets latched onto there. He elects both Metroids. Damage stacks a little bit, but he manages to get them off him, freeze them. And his health is good as new. Shrewd play there, taking damage from the Rinkas to avoid getting by the Metroid. We will not be seeing a baby skip. Prank here. He's going to damage himself down a little bit. Just jump right into the baby's latch. Faces right. As Fuse continue closing out the Phantoon fight. Despite getting a slow pattern here. There we have it. Elephant goes down. It's G4 for both runners. Prank is going to refill on both missiles and health. And let's see if Fuse decides to check anything else or get right out of here as well. Get their rear in gear and out of here. Oh, also going to check the left side supers. Going to take them for 35.75. Once more, definite go mode. Pardon me. There's an ice Sabatite skip on Prank's side. He's going to freeze up Biscetio and use it as a ledge. Thank you for reminding me. Hardly missed any supers. Well, there's one right into the ceiling. That will do it. Safe. Now with a commanding lead, entirely Prank's race to lose. was a pretty nice mother brain. I'd still die. It's true. Today, and I'll stop bringing it up after this, I promise. But today, while I was doing SMI, I died at MD3 a couple of times, which was a bit of a surreal thing to see. Whichever Samus would freeze, the screen would go black around her, and she would freeze in whatever color of the hyper beam she currently was. It was pretty interesting. So, we've got Metroids of different sizes on either side of the screen. Fuse has entered headquarters right behind. I have liked how this race has come together, I will say. As I mentioned, the beginning was a little rough there with those deaths and resets, but ended up being a good race, pretty close. Oops, I'm inclined to call a little BS there. Fuse shot through the floor to freeze that Metroid, which they were perfectly within their rights to do with a smoking beam, but it didn't freeze. Well, the frames froze, but all that's standing in Prank's way is... Oh, it froze a Rinka instead, I see. All that's standing in Prank's way is an escape. Struggling a little bit with those wall jumps in Escape Room 4. Escape Room 4 is the reason I always turn Screw Attack back on. He does want to watch it a little bit here. That the acid in Torian is particularly brutal during the escape. And in the Cray climb here as well. He gets himself a nice spark up the climb. And with no one having done it yet, I highly doubt he'll save the animal. And, oh, there's the dot done. Spoiler alert, Prank finishes in first place with a time of 1 hour, 32 minutes, 17 seconds. And you know, as always, what to spam on in there. So, let me extend the interview invitation to him. As Fuse pops into the membrane or membrane room. And chips away at that Zebetite skip. Oh, looked like he almost had it, but it froze the Rinka in just very slightly the wrong spot there. Got it. Nicely done. Alright, looks like Prank is accepting the interview invitation. He's just gonna plug in his mic. As WJG is moving the audio over to Fuse, who's plugging away as well at MB with supers, reaches the catch-up phase and should be just fine from here on out. And that'll do it. Now the real... Oh, where was Spring Ball? That is the question. Whether it is nobler to... Let's see. Progression. Charge was at the Marie Beach. Plasma was at Screw. Spring Ball was at the Cathedral. So, nobody went to any of those spots. Okay, Prank alerting me that his mic should be plugged in now. Hey, Chase. What made this? Good number of deaths beginning. Bit of a bloodbath for a bit. Both runners taking some deaths and resets. But Fuse, as we see, oh, Frank.
Hello.
Hey, welcome. Great race.
Hey, Smokey. Yeah, that was good. Well, that wasn't good. That was a lot of death.
Oh, well, it worked out in the end.
Yeah, it did work out in the end. I think I got really lucky on that, especially finding the suits where I did. And not having to hunt around so much that, yeah, I just lucked out so much because I died so many times. It was unbelievable. How was Fuse?
Fuse died as well a couple times. And did intended boss order except for Fantoon. You both saved Fantoon for last.
Okay.
But yeah, you went down and did Ridley first, and I think that gave you the edge. And he did Dragon first.
Okay, yeah, I did want to heal up more before doing Ridley, but I couldn't get up Bowl Mountain, so I thought, oh well, let's just go down. And that seemed to work out well, just about. Yeah, did you notice there was a lot more saving halfway through the match? Whereas I just didn't want to die anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, allow me to say it's very nice to meet you for the first time. So, just out of curiosity, where's the accent from?
Oh, this is a British accent.
Oh, nice. Yeah, see, I should have been able to place that big Anglophile. But, yeah, whichever parts of it you'd like to take us through.
I can't remember. I just remember dying lots, especially at Pink Brinstar, and then redoing the first section and getting those bombs over and over again. And then yeah, just going through and lucking out, and then I think what threw me was getting speed right at the beginning. As soon as we had speed, I kind of didn't realize. Normally, I see what's speed locked. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, this is speed locked, so speed should be somewhere, and that gives me some like route or method of going around this seed. But as soon as I had speed, everything was open for me, and then I'm not used to running around with speed and no high jump, and it makes you jump really, really small in a particular manner. So I had to keep unequipping that.
As long as you hold dash. And we're joined as well by Fuse. Welcome.
Hi, good game.
Hey, Fuse, good game.
I'm really surprised that this is as close as it was because I took a death like 15 to 20 minutes in and ended up back at the ship.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
But there wasn't that much good stuff over in Brinstar, so I just skipped it and just down. And it worked out reasonably well enough, I guess.
so it sounds like we did quite similar, because I went down at the beginning, got Morph Ball, went up and then saved, and then went to go do all of Brinstar, died at the end of Brinstar, Pink Brinstar, and then had to go back and then get. I kept going back and getting the bombs and like the first room with the early supers and doing that room over and over again. But every time I did something, I would die and then do that room again. So I think I did that room 3 times, and then just kept saving over and over again because it was quite.
I never recollected my bombs or went back to early supers.
Well, for me, bombs was my entrance to like the worst room in the game. I was like, as long as I got bombs, I can do Ridley early. So that's why I kept going back for it.
Yeah, I figured I was so behind though. I just had to gamble on the bombs not being that important.
That's fair.
Wasn't anything that was like serious progression over there, like no suits or no faster flying ability or ice or speed, or I mean speed was somewhere earlier, right? Speed was ceiling, I think.
Yeah, it was really early.
Yeah, so when I ended up back at the ship my second time, I just went straight right because I went down through Pink Bryn and I started going up towards ship and I died in I think it's that giant hopper room that you power bomb the floor.
Right.
Is where I died. So I did all those checks through there already, through Pink Bryn. So I just decided to go down.
I think that's the same place I died as well, in the hopper room, at the bottom of Blue Brinstar. Yeah.
No, my hopper room was in.
Oh, yours was in Red Tower, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Next to Alpha PBs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I like it when both runners or multiple runners come in. That means I can take a break from talking for a while. So, but I wanted to ask you something, Fuse. You found space at X-Ray. Did you kind of forget you had it after that?
I do tend to forget I have it a bit. Like I noticed right when I was leaving X-Ray, the spike area of X-Ray back into Red Tower, I realized, oh, I should have just space jumped through here. But I realized it right after I entered back into Red Tower. I'm sure there's probably other times I did the same thing.
Well, it happens. The important thing is you remembered you had it in Mama Turtle's room so you could suit up. And,
yeah, that was I was so glad to see that.
Were there any items you guys were wondering the locations of?
What about charge?
Yeah, where was
Charge was
Charge?
at the Meridia Beach through the sand wall.
Oh, okay.
By the time I entered Meridia and I picked up that suit, I was looking at my items and I was thinking, if I had more ammo, I would be go mode at this point. So I just figured I'm gonna hit every single fast check that's not very far from a divergence and just scoop up all the ammo unless I find charge, and then I could stop scooping the ammo and go back to Brinstar and pick up Spazer. But yeah, I never encountered the charge, and I don't remember exactly which check Spazer was. I might have gone for it when I dipped back into Brinstar and checked Waterway, if I'd actually
Yeah.
remembered.
Spazer was at Brinstar Reserve, along with the regular bombs, if I remember correctly.
That's correct.
Ah,
I picked that
cool.
up a few times.
And Plasma was at Screw Attack, and Spring Ball was at Cathedral. I think you guys found it.
I did
Oh,
not
okay.
find Spring Ball.
I didn't find Spring Ball.
Yeah. Nobody saw that. Nobody saw Plasma or Charge, but that was it.
So it sounds like we were doing similar routing, and we both died around the same time.
Yeah, for the most part, there was a lot of route exchanging, and again, those deaths on both sides near the beginning and some resets, but it still ended up a fairly close race, and I think everyone was pleased by that.
I ended up wasting a bit of time trying to get into Gauntlet fairly early on, which I really probably
Yeah.
shouldn't have been doing because I'm not that good at Gauntlet, and I only had like one E-tank at the time. But I was thinking, I have 5 power bombs, I have speed, maybe I can get most of the way through it on a spark, and I mean, that just wasn't a very good idea. And then
You could
I
have.
was actually making a major mistake there. If you noticed, I with the spark 2 times. It's because I was trying to interrupt the spark to do this shine spark, but I forgot I needed to be spin jumping, and I had no idea what was going wrong. I only realized it later.
Oh yeah, well, I believe at the time you had one E-tank and one R-tank, so if you had gotten the short charge up there and done the horizontal spark and then popped your reserves, I believe you could have made it all the way across the first.
Then I would have needed to be really careful in the second part.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those things that when you're doing it, it seems like a great idea until you realize you haven't practiced it at all. And you should be practicing it and not doing it in a race. I've done that before.
I got the short charge twice, and then I screwed up activating it because I just normal jumped instead of spin jumped, and then tried to interrupt it to start the spark. I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong there for a minute, which is why I moved on. Only realized it a couple minutes later.
Yes, well. So the second match between you guys is tomorrow. Is that right? 5 Eastern Standard Time?
Oh, I thought it was today at 5, but is that?
Oh. Well, after this today, we're having the Benergetic and Sloters races, and the schedule says tomorrow at 5 Eastern. Then you guys looks like you'll be having your second race.
Okay, well, Fuse, can you make tomorrow at 5? Or, well, I guess afterwards, maybe me and Fuse will discuss and make sure that we can make that time. Because we were planning on having it today, so we will find out.
Yeah, I was originally thinking it would be simpler just to get 2 back-to-back, so we needed to be around at the same time, less time total.
Well, it'll get figured out.
Yeah. We'll chat after this and see if anyone's free. All right, cool.
Okay, anything else you guys wanted to go over? Or should we call it at this point?
No, I think that's good. I think it was a really good race. I was quite surprised watching that timer going up. I think I had the ads keep refreshing and in the
gosh.
IRC, and it just keeps like in the corner of my eye. I keep thinking you're posting you're done over and over again. Yeah, it was quite nerve-wracking. Cool. It was fun though. Thanks for these. And thanks for comms as well, Smokey.
Oh, of course, a pleasure, as always. As I said, I do appreciate the little breather when the when the runners come in for the interview. So, all right. I guess if there's nothing more to add, then I'll sign off. And as always, say sweet dreams to everybody whenever it might next occur. Hand it over to the restream so we can get Ben and Sloters going.
Cool. All right.
Okay, take it easy, guys. Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks. Bye-bye.